What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with our next cleanup video. Uh, this one is going to be on a Laloon attack that has a mistake that can affect lots of different style of attacks, not just Laloon. So I definitely want to bring it. It's a mistake that I've personally made that it's very minor and it seems minor, but once you make the mistake, your raid is almost inevitably doomed. Let's get started on this base. I had a Tesla here, 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 and here. And the goal was to send a kill squad in from this direction to take out, obviously, the queen and an air defense and the clan castle troops. Good plan, good angle, all that's fine. The mistake comes when after the golem is deployed, you see that Zeng brings 3 wizards to create his funnel. That's what they're there for. That's all they're there for, which is good. You need wizards for your funnel. The problem is when Zeng deploys them, what happens? He puts one here, and I'm going to go ahead and draw down on the bottom. That's a wizard. He puts one here, and he puts one in the middle. Now, these defenses, the archer tower and the wizard, are obviously targeted onto the golem, so they're not going to be bothering these wizards. But these defenses, the archer tower and this cannon, are out of range. They can't reach the golem. So they immediately lock onto the wizard. The wizards go down, and these these collectors do not get taken out. Now, when Zeng deploys his heroes, king and queen, once this spell factory goes down, the king just goes on a walk around the outside of the base. Never going in, doesn't help tank for the queen. So as soon as the golem goes down, she's on her own. Not a good thing. The CC troops come out. Zeng uses the lightning, takes them out. Has a nice jump spell for this area here to let everything in. Had his king gone in and taken that jump spell and taken out the queen, would have been perfect. But just that little mistake of not considering the range of surrounding defenses when you're talking about your funnel really cost him on this raid. The queen's sort of on her own. I think she takes out these 2 buildings and the Tesla, and that's it. The air defense is still standing. The queen's still standing. Now when he starts his air attack, it's not at all what he expected. It's not at all what he was ready for. He wanted this entire area to be gone as well as the queen. That just didn't happen because of that funneling mistake. You've got to funnel your troops in. Now, Zeng has used 2 spells, both heroes, a golem, wall breakers, wizards, all of that, and has basically gotten nothing for it. Besides a couple of defensive buildings and the CC troops. Not a good thing. Starts sending his lava hounds in, using that clockwise motion, just deploying his troops around. Sorry about that. What am I doing here? Sorry about that, guys. Well, my goodness. Sending troops in around the outside here. The attack was good. The spell placement was good. Everything was fine. And when it's all said and done, basically, this is what's left. What he didn't get. The queen running over here at first, taking out this lava hound too quickly because she should have been dead. Just sort of that, butterfly effect, ripple chain reaction just caused the raid to fail. But we'll watch it live. You'll see what I'm talking about. Really pay attention, though, on the initial deployment. Watch those wizards go down and watch the king take off. That changed everything. So let's watch it, then we'll come back to the drawing board. All right, here we go. Golem goes down. The wizards, here's the wizard deployment right there. 1, 2, 3. 2 of them immediately locked onto and taken out. Neither of those sides of the funnels, those bookends, none of the buildings go down. CC troops are coming out. King and queen are down, but you see the king already. He's going on a walk around the base. Lightning spell, that's good. Most of the CC goes down to it. Just the queen has to clean up a few. But you see the golem already busted into 2 golemites, and they're going down really quickly. There was a level 6 wizard or 2 in there. Took him down really quickly. Now the queen's all on her own. Use the ability, try to get it done, but just not enough time. And again, I didn't use the jump spell. He brought it for that area, but didn't even use it because the queen wasn't going to take it, and the king had already gone to the side of there. Starts his air attack, just tries to stick with it and salvage the raid. But when that much of your raid goes wrong, it is hard to do. Again, the plan was solid. Zeng knew exactly what he needed to do to take this base. It just didn't happen because of that funnel being not being created. Everything else on this side went really well. Again, spell placement was good. Obviously it hurts that the queen standing back there shooting. She should not have been there any longer. Those air traps taking out quite a bit of balloons, but they're working around the base. He has, balloons left over here. Good job there deploying on the backside. If the Lava Hound had been down at the bottom, they wouldn't have even been targeting those balloons. So did a good job. Just really, took out a large portion of the base. But you see what's left over here. Right around that area where he should have had it taken out to begin with. That air defense, that expo, the queen and the expo, or excuse me, the queen and the air defense should have been down before the attack ever really started. Just didn't happen. But we'll go back to the drawing board, look at the changes that Marcos made to it to make it a successful 3-star. All right, Marcus does it almost exactly the same with some minor adjustments that made a major difference. You'll see right here is the main thing I'm talking about. 5 wizards as opposed to Zing's 3 wizards. Everything else is basically identical. He brought 1 fewer wall breaker. He brought a max Lava Hound instead of a max Golem like Zing did. But all these are minor adjustments. That the major thing was the funnel. So he drops his Golem, same area, same spot. What Marcos does is he doubles up. Let me go ahead and change colors on that. Hold on, so y'all can see a little better. He doubles up on his wizards. 2 wizards there, and he drops 2 wizards here. Now these wizards are initially out of range, and he drops 1 in the middle, by the way. These wizards are initially out of range of this archer tower, but as soon as this goes down, they move in. Archer tower targets 1 of them, the second one takes this out. So these buildings are now down. When he drops his heroes, the funnel's created. They're going to move their way right in. The wall breaker's already busted it open. The CC troops come out, uses his lightning, does go ahead and drop his jump spell. King gets in there, helps the queen out with tanking and taking out the defensive queen. So now, with the way Marcos did it, all of this is taken care of. Just like what he wanted. That's all dead. The queen's dead. Now when he starts his air attack, a totally different outcome. Basically the same air attack. Sends a hound in from this direction. Hound in, I believe, from this direction. From here. And then the 4th one from here. Just backing it up with balloons. That clockwise motion all the way around. And by the time they get down here to this last air defense, the last Lava Hound busts. But there's just an overwhelming number of balloons in the core coming through, just plenty of troops to take it out. But again, I want you to see, focus on the start of the raid, look at the minor changes that he made on creating his funnel. That's what you got to do. You have to make the funnel. If you have to bring extra troops for it, bring it for it, because this illustrates the massive difference it can make. Because again, so much of this raid is similar, just that minor tweak. So let's watch it live. All right, here we go. You see the setup starting almost identical. Right there's the double wizards. You see the 1 in the middle, the 2 on the outsides. Now, even though the cannon was targeting that first wizard, they had time to take down the storage, or excuse me, the collector, which made his king. You see the king's already inside there. Without that collector there, the king heads straight in. Jump spells down, lightning spell for the CC troops. Queen's taking out the few that are left. And then you'll see right there, she's already locked onto the defensive queen. But just that extra time and those extra troops to help the queen tank, to tank that extra few moments, right there, boom. All those defensives around there now are dead. Here comes the Lalunian part of the attack. Lava Hound's coming in, working that clockwise motion, few targeted balloons for every defense, and just wrecks this base. Spell placement's good. The balloons, there's a lot of travel time on this base. It's the only thing that hurts it for Lalun, but Marcos takes care of it anyways. You see how long it takes for the balloons to get there. So the Lava Hounds bust probably just a little earlier than the person would like, just because they're there by themselves for a while. A lot of defenses shooting at them. But right here at this point, as this air defense goes down, you can tell it's pretty much over. A swarm of balloons left. Lots of pups on the backside doing cleanup. We'll start to fast forward because it's right as this last air defense goes down. It's GG. Perfect. Just a beautiful attack. Again, Zing had the plan. He a great strategy. Everything was good except for not creating the funnel. That's what I want you guys to take home from this video. Whatever it takes, whatever you got to do, whatever it requires, make sure you funneled your heroes into that air defense, into that defensive queen. Because if not, you've brought so much troops, several spells. It's all for nothing essentially, and the chances of you pulling out a 3-star after that aren't good. Hope you guys liked the video. Until next time, Jake from OneHive reminding you guys to subclass.